Hey guys, Anthony Smith here. Want to talk to you about sleep and what that plays an integral part of, the overall process of achieving whatever you're trying to get done. And this one's a weird one because it's kind of going to come from a little bit of experience on my end. And even like today, how I woke up today was really refreshing actually. One of my better mornings by far. Got to bed, drank some water right before bed, which apparently is something you're supposed to do, and then woke up at nice like 7:30. Didn't need my alarm, just kind of got up and started getting stuff done, and had water when I woke up. And I'm saying this because there's a way to properly sleep, and I think there's a proper time. And talk about uh, how much it really plays an integral part in getting to that next level. Because a lot of people think, well, if I just stay up and keep working, I'll do better because I'll be able to get more done. It's kind of a silly way of thinking about it. Like if eventually it will catch up. Like I've definitely gone like 2 or 3 days without much sleep and try to just keep making things happen. And as soon as you stop, like as soon as the adrenaline kind of drops down, you'll just crash, and then you'll end up sleeping more than you want to anyways. So it's probably better just to get on a solid schedule. The best one for me, and this I think it even comes down to self awareness. The best time for me is like go to bed around midnight, wake up around like 6 or 7. So for everyone out there that's trying to really get through a process, I'd say my best advice, and probably the best advice given to me, is make it consistent like everything else. And it's probably going to be the word of what this is actually going to be about, this overall video: consistency, because it's so big. Like if I don't do this podcast every day, I don't really have the right to call it an everyday podcast. And then that kind of reflects on the actual amount of effort I'm willing to put in. Because this isn't that much time for me per day. It's like 10, 15 minutes. Then all I got to do is, record this over, write down some quick notes of what I want to talk about, and then make sure it gets put up on the podcast. I mean, it's the same thing. So when you sleep, it's basically telling your body you'll commit to this time, but all the other time of the day, it's yours. You need it. You need to be able to be up, be conscious about what you're doing, be alert, be aware. And for me, it's definitely I've tried to oversleep before. When you get that nice 10 hours in, you think it's gonna be better for you. Most of the time, I wake up after that horrible. Like it just sucks. And for some people, that might be the way to go. I don't know, exactly what everyone's rules are. I will say this though, if you're spending more than 8 hours in bed, you're already using a third of your lifetime in bed. That's kind of a bummer. Um, if you can get down to 6 hours solidly, and train your body to be at that level, you're only using a fourth of your lifetime in bed instead of a third. That's a pretty big math change in terms of the amount of time you have to succeed, or the amount of time to love your loved ones, or the amount of time to get out there and explore. So, yeah, find your magical time, and then just commit to it every day. Don't make the weekends different. I guess people like to go and hang out and party at night on a Friday or Saturday. But even then, if you go to bed at 2, try to get up at 8 or 9. Like, try to keep the same the same hours. I'm not, you can't be too mad at someone for going to bed a few hours later than usual sometimes. But what you will do if you start messing up your body and sleeping in later than your prescribed time, and you try to get back into your actual schedule, it just won't work. I promise you this. I have totally spent way too much time trying to tell myself, "Oh, I'll just sleep in this weekend because I didn't sleep much during the week, and then it'll come back around." It really doesn't work. And this is probably something that everyone knows, but they just want to. You just got to hear it from someone else. You're not alone. Sleeping does suck sometimes. I wish we didn't have to do it. I'll be honest. I wish we could just keep going, and because I could imagine 6 more hours every day. That'd be amazing. I mean, I couldn't imagine how much more I'd get done, but that's kind of part of the move. So definitely try to get on that schedule. Be consistent like everything else. Love your body. It's got to be healthy. It's going to help you do a lot of things in life, and it's going to help you live a long time. So, good luck to everyone out there. If everyone needs help through this process, like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to help. Anthony Smith, once again, daily podcast. I'm trying to make a daily podcast. We'll see how it's going. I'm pretty committed to that. I'll talk to you guys again soon.